What's up, guys? Back again with another video, and it is a movie review. Something I rarely do, something I'm gonna be doing more often, which I haven't been doing in a long time. And this is a review on a movie I just recently saw, a movie that I just found out about because the Emmys. I usually try not to watch awards based on watch movies based on the award shows, but depending on the actor or actress that is in it, and if it seems good, then I might give it a shot. I might watch it. And this movie is The Marriage Story. It stars Adam Devine and Scarlett Johansson as Nicole and Charlie, I believe. Yes, and it is directed by Noah Baumbach, something like that. I can't pronounce his last name, but it's just it's a marriage story about this lovely couple that starts out lovely, and they're going through rough patches in their life, and it's it's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. It has its ups and downs, of course. And while they both love each other, they know that staying together is not what's best for them. And while they're speaking to counselors and stuff like that, they don't want to get lawyers involved because they feel as if they can do it themselves. But it seems watching this movie, both of them, and the further the movie goes on, you both realize that they're both victims in their own relationship. It's not just one person's fault. Usually because of divorce, usually it's the man's fault, usually it's the woman's fault. Sometimes it's both, but usually it's both the man and the woman. And that's what we see here. It's typically both of their faults. Both of them are typically the bad guy in this relationship. And Nicole feels as if she's the victim, and she does come off the victim in this movie because Scarlett Johansson's character Nicole, like I just said, she feels as if like she's alone. Like she's an up and coming actress. She had an opportunity to move to California to do movie roles, but she stayed in New York with Adam's character, Charlie, to do his theater, who is a director, and he loves theater. It is his absolute dream, and he directs and he casts and he listens to her ideas and stuff like that. There's both positives in their characters that they both love about each other, and there's also weaknesses in their characters as well. However, and while Nicole is also the victim because Adam's character Charlie, he's just very controlling in their relationship. And when they decide to do the split, that's when it feels as if she's finally let go, if that makes sense. It feels as if, like, when they were married, she had a chain wrapped around her the whole time. But when she moves to California and takes their child Henry with her, that's when the chains will let go, because she's allowed to do whatever she wants. And even Henry, their child, agrees that he prefers California more over New York, and that kind of gets the Adam's character Charlie a little bit. And that's when he starts to feel a little bit betrayed, not only by Nicole but by his own son Henry, because he feels as if, you know, I've been supporting you guys for years, so why should my son go? Why should our son go live with you? I feel like I should have him, and it's kind of um, it's kind of half and half, but also there's a very emotional scene that happens later on in the film, and it's an argument that takes place about, why they don't like each other and how they felt about their marriage the whole time that they were together. And they don't hold anything back. They went full in on each other. It was very intense and, say the least, harsh, if that's the right word. And there were a lot of things that shouldn't have been said, and there were a lot of things that shouldn't have been said, and it just felt like a sense of relief that all knew that they were both getting everything off their chest. But but it seemed like they actually, there was truth in everything that they were saying. Like, for example, Nicole was saying, not Nicole, Charlie was saying Nicole was just using Adam's character. I don't know why I keep saying Adam. Charlie was just using Nicole. I mean, Nicole was just using Charlie to go to California to live her dream to become an actress, and it did feel that way, because when she finally moves to California and but gets in the film industry, she does become a lot more happier, and she doesn't really need. It doesn't feel like she's struggling as much as she was in New York. And he was saying that, they were happy the whole time there, and to me it seemed like he was the only one that was happy, and Nicole, and even his son Henry were miserable, because even Henry loves LA a lot better. He's making more friends, and like I said before, he feels betrayed that it seems like he feels betrayed that his own son wants to side with his mother, and he's like over here off on the island by himself, and he doesn't want to feel like he's being left behind. And you see that at first they said they weren't going to get lawyers involved, but when they do get lawyers involved, that's when the backstabbing begins. And they both were, I'm not going to say it's one or the other's fault, but both of them, there are certain events that lead to the lawyers getting involved, and them saying stuff to each other that shouldn't have been said. But overall, they still do want to do what's best for Henry, and towards the end, they do finally make up. And when Henry reads the letter that Nicole didn't want to read in that meeting from the beginning of the film. So this is a very powerful film, strong. There are times where that apartment scene where they were arguing with each other about their marriage, I'm not gonna lie, that was that was a heart-wrenching scene. That almost got me here. And I'm hard as a rock, and I think that after seeing this movie, there are some things that I learned. I learned that I will never get a divorce. Ever, never, ever, especially if there's a kid involved. And I also learned that when it comes to marriage, the key word is communication. That's it. Well, and honesty too. And they did not have either of those. They wanted completely opposite things, and that's what drove them apart, is that their dreams were so different that they couldn't agree on what to do. So, yes, this is an excellent movie. I would advise it for anyone. Give it on a rating, or rating this movie. I'm gonna give it a B plus. Let me know what you guys thought of this movie. I thought it was excellent. I was kind of disappointed towards the end. I mean, it just ended. I mean, we never got to see what happened at the end. I mean, did they get divorced? Did they stay together? I mean, what the hell? I mean, that kind of upset me a little bit, but whatever. Uh, but yeah, like I said, B plus. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll be back probably either later today or tomorrow, but it's going to be another live stream of either Dragon Ball Z Kakarot or Marvel Spider-Man. I haven't decided yet, but like I said, oh, and don't forget, hit the bell icon to be notified for new videos, because YouTube doesn't always do it for notify me for some of the people I'm subscribed to. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.